If you don't know about her blog, Beth's blog it's called Beth's blog. It's how nonprofits can use social media, and it can be found at beth.typepad.com. It is literally one of the longest running and most popular blogs for nonprofits. Beth is also the co-author of an upcoming book, which I think we're going to hear a little bit more about, called The Network Nonprofit, to be published this year. She is, in her day job, the CEO of Zoetica. I said that right. And she's been a speaker at conferences across the globe, in fact, from Australia, US, etc., speaking about issues of social media. We're very pleased that she's found time in her schedule to be here today. In 2009, she was named Fast Company magazine as one of the most influential women in technology, and also one of Business Week's Voices of Innovation for Social Media. And she was the 2009 Visiting Scholar for Social Media and Nonprofits for the Packard Foundation. I think, though, that what will be most interesting is her comments about where our organizations can take us on social media, and I will leave the stage to Beth.
So first of all, I want to step back and say, why should your organization become a network nonprofit? Why is that important? Well, in the US, and I just found out that it's the same here in Canada, over the last 20 years, we've had an explosion in the growth in the numbers of nonprofits. We've also had a lot of investment in single organizations to become bigger and more complex. Yet, at the same time, we haven't pushed the needle on solving really complex social problems. So, as we looked around while we were writing the book, we wanted to know, why is that? And the reason is because these problems have really outpaced the capacity of any single nonprofit to solve it. And that's why the central thesis of our book is that nonprofits need to work less as single entities and more as networks. Okay, so let's take that down on the ground just a little bit further and see what that looks like. So, in a networked world, nonprofits need to work less like this. Okay, so what is that? That's the staff working in silos, behind the firewall, hiding behind the institutional logo, working in isolation to solve a problem. Okay? And the change that needs to happen is to look more like this. This is a network nonprofit. Staff are working in matrix teams. There's collaboration between departments, collaboration between smaller teams. The institution becomes more transparent, a little bit more porous. The firewall starts to move, maybe even disappear, and the insiders get out and the outsiders get in. Now, the outsiders are networks of individuals and institutions that are collaborating with the organization to solve a complex problem, social problem, together. So that's the change that needs to happen. And going from that to this, it worked, isn't always an easy transition for all nonprofit organizations.